The gym smelled of metal, chalk, and ambition. Saturday morning light streamed through the wide windows, cutting across the row of treadmills like stage spotlights. I stood there, 17, nervous, and clutching my water bottle like a sword, waiting for my name to be called. Next up, Ethan Collins. It was my first ever fitness competition. Everyone else looked like they'd been sculpted from marble. Me? I was just a high school kid who'd been training in his garage, using old weights my dad left behind. As I stepped onto the platform, a woman from the audience, one of the veterans, clearly twice my age and a dozen trophies deep, smirked and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "You're too young to compete, kid." I smiled, tightening my gloves. That's what gives me the advantage. A few people laughed. But I meant it. Youth wasn't my weakness, it was my fire. The first event was deadlifts. My hands trembled as I wrapped my fingers around the cold bar. My trainer, Marcus, a retired soldier with a calm voice and scarred hands, whispered behind me, "Remember why you're here." Why I was here. 2 years ago, my dad suffered a heart attack while coaching my little league team. I was 14, too young to know what helplessness truly meant. The doctor said he'd survived, but his recovery would be slow. From that day on, I promised myself I'd never let my body, or my spirit, fail me again. I pulled. The weight rose, shaky but steady, until the judge nodded. 1 down. The crowd started paying attention after that. Not because I was the strongest, I wasn't, but because I refused to give up. Every round, I gave everything. Sweat blurred my vision. My legs trembled. My lungs burned. The woman who'd mocked me earlier, her name was Karen, kept watching. By the 3rd round, she wasn't laughing anymore. After the endurance segment, she approached me, towel around her neck. "You've got heart, kid. Didn't think you'd last this far." I nodded, catching my breath. "Guess I've got something to prove." She chuckled softly, but her eyes softened. "We all do." Then came the final event, the obstacle circuit. Half the competitors had dropped out. My knees screamed, but I pressed on. Somewhere in the crowd, I heard Dad's voice, faint, but full of pride. "Go, Ethan." That was enough. I sprinted. Climbed. Jumped. Fell once, hard. The audience gasped. I saw Karen ahead of me, slowing down. She looked back, saw me struggling, and did something unexpected. She stopped. Reached out her hand. "Come on, kid," she said. "Finish it with me." I grabbed her hand. Together, we crossed the finish line. The crowd roared. We didn't win first place, we didn't even medal. But as the announcer handed out participation ribbons, Karen raised my arm like I was the champion. Later, she found me sitting on the bleachers, head down, legs shaking. "You know," she said, sitting beside me, "when I laughed earlier, it wasn't because I thought you couldn't do it. It's because I saw myself, 25 years ago, scared and trying to prove I belonged." She smiled. "You reminded me what it felt like to love the fight again." That day, I learned something powerful. Competition isn't about beating others. It's about inspiring them, and being inspired in return. Months later, I got a message from Karen. A photo, her holding a gold medal, with the caption, "Your turn next year, champ." I smiled, looking at my reflection in the gym mirror, taller now, stronger, but still that same kid with something to prove. Because sometimes, being too young isn't a disadvantage. It's the reason you dare to begin when others have forgotten how. Moral: the real victory isn't about winning, it's about lifting others while you rise. Compassion, courage, and the fire to keep going, those are the true advantages life gives us.